Qu'est-ce que t'as mis dans mon verre? J'ai les idées plus très claires. J'ai le cerveau à l'envers.
The boys were all in shorts, body out, abs on, tan on. Wow. Wonghoo matched with Seulki, the one she wanted to know better. It was cute because he held her back. Okay, so if Youngjae didn't choose Sejong or Sohee, who did he choose? And surprisingly, he chose Sohun. And I was like, when did that happen? Where did that come from? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sit. How you like my little buns? It's nice. Do you like it? Yes. Oreo is going crazy right now. Anyways, so I saw that you guys liked my last video about Single Inferno, so I'm gonna do a second part. Well, we will follow the story together. So today I'm doing episode 3 and 4, the review, what happened on the show. So let's get into it. I have my little notes here on my computer, so if you see me looking down, I'm reading my note. Last time I was looking like over here and I was like, what am I looking at? I was just spacing out and I was just looking at nothing. Episode 3, so we end up with those two couples in paradise. We had Donghoo and Seulki, and we had Youngjae and Sehun. They arrive in paradise and I'm looking at the suite and I was just like, I wanna go. Can I get a vacation over there? Because it was nice. It was like a big space. It looked like a really luxurious house. Bed was nice, swimming pool, everything was beautiful. It looks like paradise. So we had Seulki that said she can't drink alcohol, while Donghoo was like looking at the alcohol menu and she was like, I don't really drink like that. And Donghoo was like, okay, how about champagne? And she was like, yeah. Right off the bat, Youngjae and Sohun went to the swimming pool. They swim a little, talk a little, and then after that everybody went to eat. Youngjae and Sohun, she kept laughing at everything he was saying, and I was just like, girl, can you not? Like, she's giving me mixed signal, because she was laughing the last time when she was when they were eating at the table. She was laughing with Jongwoo, and then now she's laughing with Youngjae, and I'm just like, stop giving us mixed signal. Who do you like? Tell us. Oh, by the way, I did my lashes. Do you like it? Does it look good? Okay. So when they were eating, Youngjae said that he likes bubbly person. That's why he chose Sohun to come to paradise, and he was surprised that Sohun chose him. They were curious of why they chose each other. They talk about it. They can know more about each other, because like I said that in the last episode, basically on the island you cannot know anything about them except for their name, but when you get into paradise you can know their name, you can know their age, where they work, where they're from, and all that. So Youngjae asked Sohun, how old are you and stuff like that, and she was like, try to guess. And then they guessing, and basically Youngjae got it right for Sohun, but Sohun gave him 27 years old, and Youngjae told him that she's 28. So Sohun is 28 years old. Sohun was like, okay, so if you're not 27, how old are you? Guys, Youngjae is 32 years old. He doesn't look at all like a 32-year-old. I would give him myself 27. I would give him like max 29, but he's 32. And I was just like, whoa, what the heck? And then after that, they try to guess their profession. And so she's an artist, she paints. I thought she was like an announcer, an anchor, or journalist or something like that, but she's an artist. Young Jae, he work in a security firm, so he's a stockholder type of person. He tell people in which company they should invest and how the stock's gonna fluctuate and stuff like that. For the whole night, they were like, this is so much fun, this is so exciting. And I was like, okay guys, I know it's a surprise, but calm down. Dongho and Seulki, they were eating like a nice juicy steak while drinking champagne. And so Dongho was like, oh, what's your favorite, what type of food do you like? And Seulki was like, I love Korean food. Dongho was like, I love meat. And then at one point Seulki was like, oh, you know, I'm a student and stuff like that. And then Dongho was like, what, you're a student? What's your major? How old are you? And Seulki is 25. At school, her major is piano. Seulki wasn't really curious about Dongho's age, but you know, Dongho also is 32. I can give him that because I don't remember if I said it in my last video, but he looked like the more mature, the more older person. It's not a surprise, but his profession, guys, guess. I'm gonna let you guess his profession. Yeah, that's not it. He's a doctor, a plastic surgeon, plastic surgery doctor. I was like, what? How come you have time to come and date? How do you take like a extended vacation or something? But he's a doctor, guys. His dad was a doctor who inspired him to be a doctor too, and he's a doctor. I'm gonna let that sink in for you guys. It's sinking? Okay. Dongho told Seulki, you know, this is why I chose you. When I first down, you were next to me. And he was like, yeah, so we shared the same last name, but you were like cute, pure, and all that. And I can understand because Seulki has those cheeks and that smile that is really cute, that really innocent type of charm. And I can see why he was like, she's cute, I'm curious, I want to know. While they were talking, Seulki was really pretty much she was like, oh yeah, you saw that. And she doesn't look like she was really interested in Dongho like that. I think yes, she was curious about him, but I think like when they got into Paradise, and then Dongho was much more active on asking her question and getting to know much about her. When Dongho started to ask her question, ask her where she from, what she do, and all stuff like that, she got overwhelmed. And I don't think they match. And that's what she said later. She basically told him, I'm much more, I like to take my time before, you know, asking those type of questions and being so much proactive about things. And then he asked Seulki like, what about you? And she was like, oh, you know, I found you funny, and I thought you were calm before calm and serious, but you have a funny side, and I like that, and I really was curious about that. That's why I think again they don't match, because she was like, I was curious about you, but I don't know yet how I'm feeling, but she need times before like making a decision of how she feels about someone. And I think she was, you know, girls do that when they're like, oh, you know, I think we should take our time to get to know each other. When we say that, we basically mean like, I'm not interested in you. And she was giving me that vibe, like, you nice, you cute, you funny, but I don't know if I think I need to like talk to everyone before making my decision. I want to take my time. So she was giving that vibe, and honestly I start to like not really, it's not that I don't like her, but I feel like she's a two-faced type of, like, her innocent pure vibe that she's giving, I don't think she's that. I think she just here to like get a taste of everyone and trying to make her decision. Like, she made me feel like she want to go to paradise for every guy, with every guy, and then after that she'll be like, okay, I click with this person, or I click with this person, or I click with that person. But they don't have all that time to like talk to everyone. So if you feel a connection with someone, you should go for that person instead of going with someone that you're curious about and end up not developing something more. You know what I'm saying? So Seulki was a no for me at that point. Dongho keep asking her question. Okay, Dongho was like doing his job, doing what you're supposed to do on a dating show. He was like trying to like know how she is in a relationship. Is she more expressive? What does she like? What does she want? And all that stuff. And she was just like,
the question you are asking me is too much.
and I was just like, girl, you there for, that's what you're here for. Anyway, so after they ate and stuff like that, Dongho was like, is there something else you want to do? And she was like,
I don't wanna go to the pool. I think I'm gonna get a little splash or something.
And then they end up going to take some fresh air, and Dongho was like asking her again questions. At one point he was like, do you think your feelings can change after paradise? And I think he was talking like about him, but he wasn't making it obvious. And she was like,
that's too much.
she didn't say you're making me feel uncomfortable, but she was like,
when you ask questions like that, I don't like it because I don't know.
and I was just like, anyways, it makes me think that she was just curious about him. Like, she was just like testing the waters, but she wasn't really interested in him. Seulki, she's the one that didn't date for a long time, because she dated one person and she ended up dating that person for a long time, and after that when they broke up, she didn't really went on dates and stuff like that. So I don't know if that is one of the reasons why she's like that and she want to take her time and test the waters and stuff like that, but I wasn't feeling it. Back to Yoonjae and Sohun. So they were getting ready to go to bed. Sohun was like, oh, I really like being here, I like paradise, I had so much fun. They have a vibe, but I'm not sure that they gonna be like, let's be together, or like I'm really into you type of thing. I just feel like they had a vibe, they match well, they talk well. I like Yoonjae's vibe because he likes to talk, and he was like, oh, do you wanna sleep now or can we talk more? And she was like, oh, I don't mind talking more. And I was just like, I like that for them, but I don't think they will be a match. I don't think they will be together, but I feel like they will be good friends. In Inferno, the girls were having a talk, and the couple that were talking didn't end up in paradise, and then it was completely different. Like, nobody would thought that Sohun and Yoonjae would go to paradise because they didn't really talk on the island like that. So Sejun was a little bit like confused, and then she was like, oh, maybe all the boys changed their mind and that's why they went with those people. So he said that she was interested into the same person since the beginning, which was Youngjae. She thinks because she's the type of person who shows her feeling that much, that makes Youngjae uncomfortable, which make him not choose her. And she's like, but I'm gonna still shoot my shot, try to be more proactive, and let him know that I'm interested in him. So the next day, we see Dongwoo and Seulki having breakfast in paradise. Dongwoo was like, oh, did you have fun in paradise? And she's like,
yeah, I had fun because, you know, it was different from Inferno.
But the way she was talking about it, she never talked like, oh, I had fun with you or stuff like that. She was just like, she had fun in paradise. And the way she was talking, she doesn't look like she really had fun. And I feel like she felt, some might think that Dongwoo was too aggressive, but I don't think so, because if you're here for, let's say, 2 weeks and you have to talk to like 5 girls, I think you need to do those things really quickly to see like if that person is a match for you. So Dongwoo asking question, I don't think it was like aggressive, but I think she didn't like that, and that makes her uncomfortable, and her interest for Dongwoo died down. Dongwoo also asked her during breakfast if the guys play a game again and he won, would she like him to choose her again? And she was basically, she was like,
I think she should go for someone you like.
but the way her answer was, the way she was saying it means like, no, don't choose me again. In Inferno, Hanbin and Jungwoo, they were having a talk because they were the only one that didn't get matched, and they were like, we need to be more proactive, we need to do something so we can get like one-on-one with the girls that we are interested in. The couples came back to the island. The boys and the girls have a talk between themselves. Soon said she had fun and she keeps smiling. Youngjae said the same things to the boys. He was like, I had fun. I think both couples that went to paradise this time, I think they were curious about each other instead of being interested to each other. Seulki said that she had fun talking to Dongwoo, but she wants to know other people's. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? It's like she wanna taste everyone. She wanna have a bit of everyone before making her decision. And I understand, but I don't think they have the times to do that. The little device told them that there will be another game today, and this time is the boys' times to like have a game, and the winner will have a lunch date with 2 girls. She also told them that there will be another couple match to go to paradise, but the people that went to paradise already cannot choose the same person. So Youngjae cannot choose Sohun again, and Dongwoo cannot choose Seulki again. I noticed that Sejun had boots on the set. Like, I was like, why don't you have flip-flops? Why boots? And it was like cowboy boots, and I was just like, what is she doing? But you know, some girls, they have to stay in style anywhere, any place, at any time. So I let her do her. Okay, so the game was tug of war, and they had like like some harness thing going on, and they had to pick up a flag. They were connected to each other. I'll try to put a picture. They were connected to each other, and they had to, like, the first one that get the flag wins, and then they have many rounds until one end up being the winner. So first off, we had Dongwoo against Yeonjae. That they did because they were the first one to go to paradise. So Dongwoo, Yeonjae, they start the game, and they were looking like strong men. Like, they were sexy. Again, with the harness on, their big thighs. Oh my god, they were sexy. And then, and then when the game started, they were pulling each other, and nobody was bulging, nobody was moving. They were both trying to go get the flag, but nobody was moving. And I was like, damn. And then the girl was like all in awe. They were like, oh my god, nobody's moving. And at one point, I guess one of them ended up being tired, and the other one win, which was Dongwoo. So Dongwoo win. And the next up was Jongwoo and Hanbin. Jongwoo won, and the little device said, okay, next it's gonna be a three-way match. And the guys and everyone was like, what do you mean by three-way? I win, he won, who else? And here comes the new guy. Here comes number 5. Number 5 came. He was walking down those stairs looking sexy. Long hair, not really long, but longer than everybody else, every other guys on the show. And I don't know if the slow motion that they put on the show, but he was looking fine, and he was giving like bad boys vibe. He was walking like with confidence and bad boys vibe. His name is Jin Young, and in his little intro interview, he said that he's shy at first, but he can be fun to be around once he get used to people. He likes motorcycles and going on ride. And guys, when he was saying that, and then they showed him going on his motorcycle, he looks even more sexy. He's not my type, but he looks sexy. Yeah, he looks sexy. When he put his cask on, he looked even more sexy. And I was like, damn, the girl's gonna have a hard time. Yep, the girl's gonna have a hard time. He said it takes him 3 seconds to have a spark with someone, just looking at them. He's like, So the three-way match began with the guys, and the girls, like I said, like me, everybody was in awe to that man. Sejun was like, oh my god, he have muscle. And Seulki was like, I think he will win. And Seulki looked like she was into the new guy, and I was just like, oh, maybe that's not curiosity, maybe she's interested, we'll see. The new guy won without effort. He just, when they said go, he bolted to that flag, and Jongwoo didn't have time to do nothing. He was dragged away. Dongwoo had a little fight in him, but didn't work out, and he ended up winning the game. All the girls were impressed, and he chose 2 girls. And before we knew who he chose, that was the end of episode 3. So in episode 4, we knew who he chose. He chose Seulki and Sohun, which was the girl that went to paradise. Seulki was very happy. She looks really happy that he chose her. Seulki was like, oh, don't you guys think he's so cool? He looks so cool. And then all the girls, me included, was like, she find him cool. She really seems like really interested in him and like that. And she was smiling. She kept smiling and saying that he's cool, he's handsome and stuff like that. And then Nadine was like, go tell him that you find him cool because you seems like you fall for him, so go tell him that. When Sohun and Seulki was walking to go to the date, all the boys were outside and all the boys were like, oh, where you going? Oh, you going on a date with the new guy? So have fun. Okay, so the girls arrived and the food was pork cutlet and bucket with noodles. Honestly, I cannot explain what's a bucket with noodles, so if I find a picture I'll show it to you. But it was pork cutlet, which is donka soup. Jin Young cuts the pork cutlet for the girls and then he was like, go ahead, help yourself. The way he talked is so funny. He's a special one. He's a special one. Seulki asked him what his personality was like, and he said that he likes girls that are cheerful and pretty, and he said that he chose them because he finds Sohun cheerful and Seulki pretty. So Sohun was like, oh, so I'm just cheerful. And then he's like, no, you cheerful and pretty. They talk, they have small talk. The girls were all teeth out, like yeah, like I said, the girls were laughing and all that on everything he was saying, but him, he had a straight face. Seulki and Sohun gave a little like interview about their thoughts about him, and Seulki was like, oh, he's the opposite of what she usually go for, but she's curious about him. Here you go again with the curiosity. I hope Seulki finds someone. Let's just leave it at that. I hope Seulki finds someone. Sohun said that he looks charismatic and serious, but he have a funny side, so it will be great if she talked to him more. After that, everyone went at the cafeteria, joined everyone. The boys asked the new guys to introduce himself, and he asked who went to paradise, and the boys answer, and then they all walked together to go to their barak. Nadine was like doing what Donghu do to her in the beginning. She was looking out for him. She was like, oh, the new guy, we don't want the new guy to walk by himself. And then she had a little small convo with him, and Donghu was looking at Nadine like, why does she keep talking to him? And then, you know, and in the little interview, Nadine said that she finds him adorable, but she needs to know more about him. Hanbin came to the girls' barak, and she was like, Sohun, can I talk to you? And he basically expressed himself to her. He's like, I like our vibes since the beginning, and he said that I like the way you chop onions, which was on one of the postcard that Sohun received when they were choosing who you like, who you choose. And she made the link, and Hanbin said that he wanted to talk to her since yesterday, but he didn't have the courage, and he didn't want her to feel uncomfortable. And at the end of the conversation, he's like, don't think this is a confession of my love, but I'm just telling you the way I feel, and I want to know more about you and stuff like that, and I don't want you to feel uncomfortable and like that you're obliged to answer me or to do something. I just want to let you know that I am interested and I want to know more about you. I love that, Hanbin. I really do love that. That was really cute. And Jungwoo did the same thing. He called Seulki. She looked like she was interested in him, But guys, at this point we know who Seulki is. She's interested in everybody, so let's not get our hopes up. Jin Young was coming outside and then Sejun saw him. Yeah, they have a talk. They had a good conversation. On episode 4, everybody was like really pairing up to someone and talk to them, and I feel like it's more like people that they were curious about, or they want to know more. We also had Youngjae talk to Sohee. She told him like since the beginning she's interested in one person. She was hinting that she's, you know, like, you're the only one person that I'm really interested in. And I feel like he was giving Sohee mixed signal. Yeonjae and Jungwoo was at their bar talking, and Jungwoo basically said, I like Seulki, and after talking to her, I like her more. So he was like, because today was a great day and everybody had a talk with someone they wanted to talk to, she felt like everyone will go to paradise because everybody will match up. The time came for everybody to choose who they want to go to paradise with, and this time the girls made their choice, so the boys will be the one going outside and be like, oh, I chose this person, and know if that person chose them back. Jin Young, who was the first one to make his choice. Next to that, we had Jungwoo, because they chose the same girl, Seulki. Seulki chose Jin Young. Surprise, surprise! In the last episode, I told you guys that usually all of the guys took the girl's bag and go to paradise. So they carried the girl's bag, they go to paradise and stuff like that. So Jin Young and Seulki met, okay, so they walk into paradise, and this guy didn't even care about her bag. And then so Seulki was like, so you're gonna let me carry my bag, in a joking way? And he's like, oh, if you want me to take care of your bag, I can take care of your bag. And then he tried to take the bag, and then Seulki was like, no, it's okay, it's fine. And he's like, oh, okay. And he didn't carry her bag. Jungwoo, that wasn't chosen, he looked sad. He was about to cry. He looked like defeated. Like when he get inside with the other boys, everybody was quiet. Everybody was like, since he came back, everybody was like, oh shit, so he didn't choose him. Dongwoo chose Nadine. They were a match. Honestly, I think they will be best couple, but I'm curious about what's Nadine's profession, what's her age. Not really her age, I don't care about that, but what's her profession, because that might get in the way of their relationship. But I'm rooting for them. They're my #1 couple that I'm rooting for, Dongwoo and Nadine. Youngjae chose Nadine, and I was surprised that he chose Nadine. I was like, where did that come from? I never saw them talk like that for him to choose her. So I was like, what happened? Wow. I thought he was gonna choose Sohee because he talked to her. He didn't look like he talked to anybody else. So I was just like, okay, so he's gonna choose Sohee, see what she's about, and make his decision, because they had a great talk. But I was in the wrong. Hanbin, he chose Sohoo, and they were a match, and he looks so happy. He was so happy that he didn't even wait for her to come see him and go. He went running to her. They are the second couple I'm rooting for. They are the second couple I'm rooting for, because I feel like Hanbin will bring out a more cheerful, a more playful to Sohun, and Sohun will balance out Hanbin outgoing, playful character. the one that stayed in the island was Sohee, Hyunjin, Sejong, and Jungwoo. The boys looked confused. They were in their thoughts. At the end, we see Sohee went to some secluded place where there was no camera. We hear her cry because basically she was rejected by Youngjae twice. Sohee, I guess she calmed herself down. She collected her thoughts and she called Youngjae and she's like, I need to talk to you. And she tell him how she feels. She said that she expressed herself very well. She told him like, you know I'm curious about you, and I know you might not feel the same way, but I think that you should give me a chance to know me more, and after that you can make your decision, and you can move on from it, and I can move on from it if we know much, if we don't have a connection. And she told her, yeah, you don't need to feel pressure about what I just told you, but I think like you cannot exclude me from, even though you're not maybe interested in me, you don't need to exclude me from getting to know me, type of thing, you know. She just asked him to give her a chance and see after that decide after that what he wants to do. That's what I understand. And then he was like, yes, I really appreciate that you came and talked to me. He explained that he appreciated that, and he was scared of getting her feelings hurt and feeling like rejected or some shit like that. And at the end of the episode, we had a glimpse of the next episode, and things look like they will be getting hot, crazy, because I saw Seulki made a move on Jin Young. We saw them holding hands at the pool, and I'm not sure, but I think Dongwoo confront her also about something, and she ended up crying. So I'm excited about that. Let me know if you wanna update. I'm still gonna do it, but let me know if you wanna update. Things are getting crazier, things are getting more interesting and more crazy, more violent. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and leave a comment down below on this video and my last video. Don't forget to go watch the last videos. Happy holidays. I filmed this on December 25th, but it's not gonna be posted on December 25th obviously, but happy holidays, and I'll see you next year, or before next year. Hopefully I can put out 2 more videos, and I'll see you next year. Bye.